Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Susie. I'm feeling kind of shitty today, so I'm just like hanging out in my bedroom. But whatever. I was tagged last night by Rita Vapes, and she wanted me to do the 16 witchy questions tag. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do as many as I can because really I feel um, I haven't been at this long enough to like really know a whole lot about certain things. So I'm just going to answer the ones that I can answer. So the first one is, do you have a witchy name? How did you come across it? Or how did you come by it? I don't have one yet. Um, Number two, where are you located? I probably told a couple of people this when I like comment on their videos or whatever. I live in a town in Indiana, northeast or northwest, something like that, and it's like 1,900 people. So it's not very big. It's a very small farming community, and it's predominantly Catholic and Methodist here in this town. So yeah. Um, what brought you to the area, and were you born there? Yes, I was born here. I was born actually. Um, there isn't a hospital here, so my mother had to travel to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I was born in Fort Wayne, and it was during the blizzard of '78. Um, it took them almost 3 hours to get to the hospital, and within 20 minutes of getting to the hospital, I was born. So I was a blizzard baby. Number three, do you wear a special amulet or jewelry for spell work? I wear my stuff all the time. I've already showed it in a prior video. It was for my tarot spray, and I had charged uh charged them on the bottle, but like I said, it's like my little talismans. One of them's got the Irish, the heart, hands, and crown on it. Clada, I think it's called Clada on it. The symbol or whatever. Number four, what is your favorite space or place? Um, if you go about, I'd say 5-10 minutes from here. If you, um, sorry for moving the camera. My arm's getting tired of holding it. Oh, you can see my window. Oh, and there's my dream catcher. And my son made like a little evil eye deal, like protection from evil eye. He made that for me in church of all places. Anyway, I digress. There is a state park. If you go up the road about 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna say about 10 minutes up the road, and then take. This is how you give directions in the country. If you go up the road about 10 minutes to the flashing lights and take a right, and go up another 5-10 minutes on that road, which is like State Road 9. There is a state park called Chain of Lakes, and it's like a chain of like 13 lakes, and supposedly they've been here since like the glaciers melted, and that's what formed the 13 lakes, and it just like goes, the lakes go dink, 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 dink. and like a chain. So anyway, that's where I like to go. I like pick up rocks and all kinds of stuff there. I've got a lot of them that I've like put where I do my dishes at. But anyway, that would be my favorite space or place. Um, what is your favorite stone or crystal for magical working? I would have to say amethyst, because amethyst is just, this is just a shiznit. What can I say? It's awesome. It's got great energy. I use it with my tarot cards. Uh, I use usually I keep, that's where I've got all my stones and crystals. I really don't want to show you because it's a gosh darn mess right now, but I really keep all my stuff, like my stones and crystals like that, nearby. So, and I used to have my big chunk of chevron amethyst like right over here beside my bed. Um, but when I get this area decluttered and straightened up, I'll show it to you guys one of these days. But until then, it's like a wreck. I don't want y'all to see it. It's a wreck. Um, how long have you been practicing, and how did you come to this path? I'm not gonna say that I've like have been practicing, more like studying, and I like to get to know what I'm getting into. I've always been curious about it, since I was like 12, 13. I've always been curious about this path. Um, I didn't know very many people, so that's kind of like what kept me from it. And then you have like a lot of um, I don't want to be rude or disrespectful, but old world, what I call old world, which is, or make traditional. There you go. You have a lot of traditional, which is that like we're Wiccan and believe that you were supposed to be part of a coven or initiated in. So I just kind of left it at that. And I really didn't delve too much into it. And for a while, I had a tarot deck, which I purchased when I was 21, 20 or 21. I think I was 20. Yeah, I was 20. Because I was like newly separated from my husband. I was taking care of 3 kids at the age of 20 all by myself. Because he, did what he did best, and that was like run. So, anyhow, I found myself really overwhelmed because I thought it would be one of those, oh, I just read this little book here and I'll know how to do it. And once I realized there was like more to it, I felt I didn't have the time, because all my time was like, I don't want to get into a big long freaking rant over it, but I was just really overwhelmed at that age and just not ready for it yet. So I kind of like, and then I ended up like a couple years later getting baptized. But anyway, so, and then I end up, um, just like, well, it's almost been 3 years ago, actually. 3 years ago, I started watching tarot videos, and I thought, you know what? I like wanted to read tarot forever, and I just got to uh, my younger two, because I have 5 boys altogether. The oldest three are 22, 19, and 18. and they're all out of the house. And now I have the younger two boys, and they're 11 and 12, soon to be 13. So I figured, you know what? It's just them. I'm a stay at home mom, and I had a friend that told me that tarot can be really healing, give it a try. So that's what I did, and I started watching videos. And one thing led to another, and I was in Alice's rabbit hole, and the rest is history. Now I'm here making this movie or video. So, do you have a deity, god, or goddess, and how did you connect with them? Um, it wasn't until recently that I started putting things together for the goddess, but for the god, I kind of knew it was Odin. Sorry, that it was Odin. And then it's been about close to a month ago. I had this dream, and I was dreaming that I was a little girl, and I was really kind of upset and kind of lost feeling. And this is the weird thing for me about it was, I had this dog when I was like 12 or 13, and I'm gonna sit up here, sorry. I had this dog though when I was 12 or 13, and it was like the family dog, and she was, her mom was like 50% timber wolf and 50% Siberian husky. And her dad was full-blooded chow. Well, Coco looked like a black wolf with one blue eye. This dog was amazing. And I might get teary-eyed because, she was my best friend. Sorry. She was my best friend. I had a really shitty, and I'm not saying this to, like, have anybody feel sorry for me, but I had a really shitty home life as a kid. And, especially after my grandpa died, because my grandparents raised me from the time I was 9 months old until I was 17. And then once my grandpa died, my grandma kind of like, not necessarily gave up, but she was just like to that point where it was too much for her. So, like, at 13, I went to live with my mom for a little bit, and my stepdad brought home this little bar of fur, and I swear to God, she looked just like a baby bear. And so we named her Coco. And she was just flipping amazing. I mean, I guess I could probably say she was a familiar, It seemed like, I don't know. It was just weird because, like, if I was at home alone, because I got left at home alone a lot because my mom and her husband had a drug problem. So I'm, like, old enough to be at home. I'm, like, 13. And the dog's basically babysitting me. Okay? And a freaking cable guy shows up at her house, and she tries to go through the fucking screen at the guy. Chased him all the way to his truck. And so they sent another guy out the next day, older gentleman, and she did just fine with him. There's a couple people that they were like not necessarily my association, but associated with, hold on. Okay, they were not necessarily my friend, but like a friend of friend. Anyways, this guy showed up to my house, and I told him, if you do not fucking leave, because I didn't like this guy, I didn't feel comfortable with him, To me, he was rapist material. Period. That's the only way I can think of it. And this dog sensed that and chased his ass all the way out to his fucking car. Would not let him anywhere near me. So it's like she just fucking knew, you know. She just knew. Um, so anyways, I got totally off track there. But this dog is in the dream. Okay, Coco is in the dream with me. Mind you, Coco did not come along into my life until I was 13 years old. In this dream, I was 7 or 8. So she walks me up to this guy who's like on a throne and just sits there watching. And I climb up into this guy's lap and I said, Papa, you're home. He said, no, daughter, you're home. I woke up in tears. And I was like, what in the hell just happened? And the only thing in my mind is, Odin's my God. That's exactly how I took that dream. You know, interpret it how you will, but that's how I interpreted it. Was Odin was Papa. He's Papa. You know, he's God. As far as my goddess, I I was lost for the longest time and um was talking to somebody else about it, a dear friend of mine, and she said, you know, uh I don't know how exactly to pronounce her name, so I'm just gonna call her Brigid. Said she sends hawks too. But see, when I looked everything up though, like hawk wasn't associated with her in the books that I have and looked through. So I'm not sure if maybe it was the hawks saying, uh, you know, that all answers are right there in front of you. You look from a higher perspective. So, anyways, I'm going through all the books that I have here, which was only like 2 or 3 of them. Um, like one of our associations, cow, pig. I live in a farming community. There are lots of pig farms, lots of cow farms. Okay, that could be one of them. Corn, harvesting. Yeah, again, I live in a farming community. That could be one of them. Um, I have this thing with threes, doing things in threes. Maybe it's OCD, maybe it's not. But I guess that's one of her numbers is 3. 3 and 19 are like some of her numbers. Um, there are other things too that I put together, and I kind of like associated them with her. Oh, I love water. That's another thing. Because I lived in Florida at one time, and I loved going to the ocean. And I don't really, I have like a phobia of sharks, so I really wasn't in the water much. But just like the smell and the sound, even if I'm not there, like when we go to that park I was talking to you about, there's like these like little creeks that run through when you're walking the trails and stuff, and you either step on the stones that they have in the creek, or you could just walk through the creek if you want. I mean, the hell with it. It was like really close to fall the last time I went. Excuse me. And I said the fuck with it. Took my shoes off and soaked my feet in it. It felt so good. I just felt so revitalized um after that. So anyways, I'm like keep getting sidetracked with all this shit. I planned on only doing a couple of minutes, but now we're at like 20 minutes in. So, what is your favorite witchy show or movie? I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty much nailed this one, but I'm just going to say it for shits and giggles. And that's Salem. That's my favorite witchy TV show. Penny Dreadful is another good one, too. And movie would be The Craft or Hocus Pocus. What do you do to help raise your energy before spell work? Um, I would have to say meditation. Meditation's a really good one. Um, and I don't know if you've like watched any of Lady Grave Dancer's videos, but she talks about making energy balls. And I'm telling you, one of these days I'll have to try to figure out how to get a video of it or if I can even get him to react. Because it seems like when I want to record some of this dog's reactions, he's just like, Not doing it, not today. Haha, you got the camera out, you know." But I do energy balls. And I put my hands out to the side. And I envision that I've got like a ball in each hand. And once I see, I already starting to feel the tingling in my hand. Um, I envision that I have a ball in my hand, and I like slowly bring both hands up, and together to where they're, like kind of touching but kind of not. And I just like really bring the energy up. And if I'm doing like a jar or bottle or something like that, I like try to stuff my energy down into whatever it is. My hand just feels so funny doing this. But like slowly putting my energy into whatever working it is I'm doing. Um, but that's that. So, do you see yourself helping others magically? I'd like to. I I have always had a thing about wanting to help others out, especially those who have done me the favor or have been there for me or are special to me. Then yeah, I it's like energy I'd use for somebody I care for. You know, if I could help, I'll help. Um, what is your preferred form of divination? Divination. This is number 13, by the way. We're on 13. Yay! Um, my preferred form of divination, and this is no secret, tarot. That's the only one I do. Um, like I said, I'm a tarot. I love to collect tarot, and I love doing tarot. So, number 14, we're almost done. What element do you work with the most? I'd say so far, air. You know, air magic with like the incense. I guess fire, because you need fire to get the air going. But that's mainly what I do so far. And a little bit of candle magic here and there. But I haven't really done a whole lot just yet because um, I'm trying to follow the, witches read as best I can, know myself, which, I think I pretty know myself pretty good, and know your craft. And I want to know my craft before I just start, flip here, flip there. um, Number 15. If you threw a party, which of the YouTube witches would you invite? I don't think this is a very fair question, really, because I'd need a big ass space to just invite every witchy YouTuber that I've probably subscribe to. Uh, and yeah, I would have to say, like, everybody I've ever subscribed to, which I think I've subscribed to most of my subscribers. So I'd have to invite them. And I would just like invite all the nice YouTube people. Um, yeah, that would be like everybody, that I speak to, whether I comment on your videos or you comment on mine. I would want you there. Because, it would be fun. And if Rita brought her cactus, well, that would be hilarious. But anyway, sorry, Rita. Number 16. What are your witchy goals for the new year? Well, I just kind of said it when I was talking about number 14, and that is to know my craft. I want to know more about my craft. I want to do more. I'm hoping to grow some herbs and have a little bit more of an apothecary or whatever you want to call it. I want to add to my herbs and get started in some magic. Anyways, okay, so we're at 26 minutes in. I've probably bored you guys to death. You like my little Scully? My little skeleton? Yeah, I know that's a Halloween decoration. It glows in the dark. I think it's cool and it's funny. And then we got, you probably really can't see it, but that Star Wars decals behind me. I don't have a light thing, so. But yeah, so here in my bedroom. And I answered my 16 witchy questions tag. And I am going to freaking wrap this up, and I hope you all have a blessed Friday evening. Enjoy the freaking weekends, witches, and I will talk to y'all on the flip side.